All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. It's Sunday and look what's going on. Doge is up 14% today. What a week it's been. Well, I guess I could just say 3 days, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, the event we were live for here. For those that didn't know, we were live while that crash was happening. One of the only crypto live streams on YouTube going on right at that time. And we were here to witness history. Yes, it was very historic. And then Saturday, it was depression, man. Just all across X, like everybody was depressed. Like, what the hell just happened? And a lot of fear, no doubt. A lot of fear for crypto holders, wondering what was going on. Of course, I put out my video and I explained everything that I knew at the moment, but we found out some more. You know, time goes on, people keep digging, and I find out some more. So we're going to talk about that and why I am optimistic. You know, oh no, Kriss is just pumping his bags. No, I'm optimistic, and I will show you why. I will show you why I am optimistic. The look on my face when it started going down. I know, Chad, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was just, I mean, like I said yesterday, I was like, I thought I did a good job processing what was going on, but man, of course, you hear the pinger going on in the background, right? Now, those are shorts. The pinger you hear are shorts getting taken out. Now, I'll talk about that as well. More shorts. The shorts are just... turn that pinger up. I like to hear the pinger when the shorts are getting taken off. All right. Let me get through what I saw today. All right. And then I'll get to you guys in the chat. Okay. So give me 5, right? Give me 5 minutes to go through my stuff, and then we'll get to the chat. All right. So hold on, guys. Look, the liquidation cascade. The liquidation cascade on Friday was a coordinated attack. It was a coordinated attack. It began with a USDE depeg, and we talked about that briefly, that there was a depeg of USDE. The attack occurred on Binance. Yes, it was effing Binance, and the depeg only happened on Binance. The depeg was only possible because of issues with Binance's pricing oracle. Binance controlled the vulnerability and the attack vectors. They also knowingly had poor pricing controls with margin collateral. The timing of the attack around the Trump's post was cover. Now, we'll talk about Trump in a minute. Not done with Trump yet, but the timing of the attack around the Trump post was cover. It is my belief Binance carried this attack out themselves in an attempt to cause an industry-wide mass liquidation cascade. This was not random, guys. This was not random. The ultimate goal that Binance had was to destroy Hyperliquid. Now, Hyperliquid is that new platform that James Nguyen and a bunch of others have been pumping in order to do leverage trading, right? Leverage trading. Binance went after Hyperliquid. And they didn't care if all the retail traders got wiped out at the same time. They didn't care. Effing Binance. Criminals. Yes, Maramello. Totally criminal. Of course, right? Where's Binance based? I don't know. Are they Hong Kong? Are they China? Are they, what are they? I don't know. But the US government can't touch them. But God forbid if they try and, I mean, they were trying to get into the US market. Now they have Binance US. Nobody trades on that. The big Binance, I thought, was trying to clear the way in order to get rid of Binance US and have real Binance in the United States. And not after this. Yeah, no. So here was the DPEG. There's a picture of the DPEG of USDE. And now Binance is going to cover the $283 million in user losses. Yes, in user losses for those on Binance that had USDE. So Binance is paying people $283 million. Meanwhile, they wiped out $19 billion, right? They wiped out $19 billion of leverage trading, of which Binance itself was, I don't remember, $9 billion. I don't remember how much was Binance itself. So to pay $283 million, but yet clear out like $9 billion of leverage, Binance wins. They win. All right. So next, because it gets better. The difference between the dumps on Binance and other T1 exchanges like Coinbase is night and day. Literally every alt on Binance got brutalized so much worse than anywhere else. One example of that was Harmony One, which I looked at yesterday. Harmony One went down 80%. It went down 80% on Binance. It didn't go down 80% on other exchanges. But on Binance, it went down 80%. Wow. Unbelievable. And of course, it was cascading, right? But also, what else was Binance doing? Well, remember? Binance posted this. Remember this? On October 10th, Binance said, due to heavy market activity, our systems are under high load. Some users may experience intermittent delays or display issues. We're actively monitoring the situation and working to resolve it. Funds are SAFU. Thanks for your patience. Remember that? We showed that, right? We showed that. That's what Binance said. But what did that mean? That meant nobody could start buying on the dip on Binance and stop the free fall. So everybody was selling, right? There was nobody coming back in to buy because they shut that down. So as everybody was selling, the price kept going down, 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 down. And of course, Binance, being the largest market for most cryptos, right? All of a sudden you had Jane Street and you had all the other arbitrage companies, right? Trying to move back and forth, right? But they still couldn't buy on Binance because Binance shut it down. It's effing Binance. Today, Donald Trump puts out this truth, right? Don't worry about China. It will all be fine. Highly respected President Xi just had a bad moment. He doesn't want depression for his country, and neither do I. The USA wants to help China, not hurt it. So now, right, that 100% tariff thing that triggered, right, the whole thing, 2 days later, Trump says, never mind. Never mind. Me and G, yeah, we're good. And it's just like, WTF. Totally WTF. So then you think, well, wait a sec. Then who put those huge shorts, $900 million shorts, right before Trump posted this? Who did that? We still don't know. Could it have been somebody on Binance? I mean, there's all the joke. Yeah, his son. That's the big joke, right? It was Barron. But was it? I mean, that's the joke. It's a joke. I think it's a joke. I don't think that was coordinated between Barron Trump and his father. That's sketch. An insider of some sort. Yes, Maramello. Some kind of insider. And I know Charlotte. Yes. I mean, people got wrecked in more ways than one. So what's happening now? Money's flowing back in. Everything's in the green. We already have the total crypto market cap up another $220 billion today, right? Today, money is flowing back into the market. $220 billion so far, and we're still going up. Still going up. Doge is up to 2123. Bitcoin is now over 115,000. ETH soaring well over 4K now. So everything's going up, right? Money is flowing back into the market. Now, why is all the money coming in the market? Some of you are sitting on the sidelines trying to figure out, like, is this going to go lower or what? Well, Binance. Effing Binance. Again, Binance just started pumping millions into Bitcoin and ETH to liquidate shorts. Meanwhile, CZ is pumping BNB token, right? CZ is pumping millions of dollars into BNB token. BNB token is almost back to all-time highs again. Bull market is back, baby. The bull market's back. Binance is pumping millions of dollars into Bitcoin and ETH to liquidate shorts. They're now going after the shorts. What does that mean? That means prices are going up again. Total manipulation, effing Binance. So, Vivek says, look, crash is temporary. We still have the global M2 money supply exploding. That's still going up. The whole 4-year cycle is still, right? This didn't stop it. This did not stop it. We're not in a bear market. And in fact, we're so much not into a bear market. If I go to the Bitcoin chart and I go to the weekly and I turn on the 20-week moving average, and every time Bitcoin drops below the 20-week moving average, right, it's bearish. You know what happened here? Look, it was just a wick on Bitcoin, and now we're back above the 20-week moving average. The only time we were bearish was the whole Trump tariff thing. And remember when I took my profits, right, with all that Trump tariff crap going on? That's the only time this entire year that Bitcoin dropped below the 20-week moving average. And it's already back up above it. It wicked down below. We just said why. I mean, we're still in a bull market. Look at this chart. There's no reason to say we are bearish. We shouldn't be bearish. This was just a temporary manipulated event. That is just incredible. So Zero says, look, are you confused about the market direction? After all that's happened, you can believe me or not. I'm sure there are some people that think I'm full of shit. And I'm like, no, Kriss, the market is still bearish. We're still going down. I get it. And here's what Zero says. The DJ gamble. It's actually simple. we're heading for new all-time highs as long as the liquidation low, which is $102,000 Bitcoin, that was what Bitcoin went down to, right? Dipped down to 102 on some exchanges, right? I mean, it was all over, right? 102, 105, 107, depended on the exchange, because the exchanges were not all synced. They were not all synced. So if Bitcoin, for some reason, comes back down and maybe drops below 100K, now we're talking a different story. Now we're talking a completely different story, right? But until that happens, KrissPax is bullish. It's all Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. I don't care what the alts do. It's Bitcoin. It's going to run the market. And we're still in a bull market. All right? So, stop coping. Wait. Sell the bounce. If the liquidation flush was truly our COVID moment, then we have no business trading anywhere near it. Either we V-shape the hell out or we're locked in purgatory, eyes on 102. And right now, what's happening is we're going up. And shorts are getting liquidated. Ping, exactly, Charlotte. Ping, ping, bing. Shorts continue to get liquidated. Dogecoin now up 15%. Liquidations. Liquidations, baby. So what does this mean for Doge? Right? Let's look at Doge. Javon, our friend Javon, right? Doge is still in an uptrend and prices can triple. With prices continuing to hold higher lows, right? We still have higher lows. Now, the wick was the wick, right? Let's take the wick out, right? Because we know what that was. Total manipulation. Total manipulation. You take the wick out, right? Dogecoin's uptrend is still intact. And as prices hold, broken out of a huge resisting trend, the target of 65 cents remains. This is Javon's short-term target, right? He still thinks $2 could happen. The uptrend can take prices on a 200% run to reach the target. Doge is still up from the summer of 2023. Still up. We had a wick down, sure. Many of you were able to take advantage of that. Some of us bought a little too early, but it's almost to my buy price now. It's all good. It's all good. All right. How you guys doing? Let me know. Gary's had it. Gonna sell all my Dogecoin as soon as I get a chance. Hey. Gary, whoever you are, I would prefer you not to use that face and that name, right? Be original, do something smart. That's dumb. But aside from that, all the crypto market is manipulated, you idiot. The entire market is manipulated. Don't blame Dogecoin. Dogecoin was a pawn in this whole thing. Dogecoin just followed the market because on Binance, nobody could buy. All right? But don't come back here with that Gary name again or I'll boot you. All right? Lolevec, holding strong, kind of freaked out. A lot of us freaked out. I get that. Thanks for the super chat. Yes, a lot of us freaked out as well. Absolutely. Hopefully, all of you, right, were listening to me, even though I don't give financial advice. Remember, I don't give financial advice. But what happens when people come onto my live stream and say that they're leverage trading? What do I always say? I say, I don't know, right? That's what I say. I say, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. And as I talk about myself, I say, I'm not leverage trading. And how many times have you heard me say, I'm not leverage trading, right? Because I would have gotten liquidated too. Look what's happening. Prices are going right back up. The sweet sound of the pings of shorts getting taken out. So, Lullivec, my friend, thank you very much. You freaked out, but hey, you know, we're doing all right. I know it was, I mean, Robinhood had its own, let's just call it an engineering problem with the high volume, right? So yeah, Robinhood was not good. Not good. I mean, and even Coinbase had a few problems, but I think they were better. So, yeah, I'm not in the mood for that crap either, Charlotte. Can't do it. Oh, Mats, this event is one of the craziest. Yes, it is. It is. I stress too much with the amount of Norwegian kroner I've invested in crypto. I get it. I get it. I just went through and explained what was going on. And look, it's crypto, right? So you did make the choice to invest in crypto, right? And what did you think? You think it was going to be easy and you were just going to put money in a coin and it goes to the moon and you become rich? No, 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 my friends. It is not that easy. It's not that easy. Trust me, I went through 2021 all the way up and all the way back down. I mean, imagine it goes from 73 cents all the way down to 5, right? In the summer of 2022. It's like, okay, so I lived through that. I learned, right? I continued to do more research. And I'm like, yeah. But the guy who's going by Gary, change your name on YouTube and change your picture, please, or I'm banning you. All right? Do it now. Had it. But I'm in a good mood because the shorts are getting slaughtered. Manel went from Solana to Doge. All of the top 10, all the top 20, all the top 100, all the top 1,000. It was all of them. Oh. Yeah, hands on my head, exactly. Thank you, Duchess. Will there be another dip tonight and tomorrow? There'll always be dips, Turbo. There will always be dips. What are you going to do about it? Right? That's what you got to think about now is what are you going to do about it? Are you still bullish? Do you still think we are in a bull cycle? Then you buy on the dips. If there's another dip and you get freaked out and you panic sell, that's crypto. That's crypto. So, I know, Con. I was, I mean, as someone said earlier, right? They replayed that like an hour and 49 minutes into my live stream on Friday when that happened. And I was like, I believe I was sitting on the side and I was holding my head in my hands, right? Just unbelievable what we were watching. I was glad that is now captured live, though. That was historic. Don picked up 300,000 Doge at 12.5 cents. Nice buy, Don. Good job. Bilbo, I do not feel bad for the people that lost a ton of money. I don't feel bad because you were leverage trading, and that's gambling. So I do not feel bad. So I don't feel bad. Those that panic sold, then you shouldn't be trading crypto. So there's that too. Hey, Kronos, how are you? Yes, Scott interprets my advice, which is not advice, but don't use leverage. Ooh, Dada dear, you were holding strong. Awesome. You made it through. You made it through. Moonbag is ready for liftoff. Hey, we got something happening tomorrow. I don't know what it is, right? Mario Nawfal's post about something big about Doge on Monday. And I'm like, wonder what that could be. I wonder what that could be. Even though it was a scary moment, it was a great reset. That's what I said. It's the reset. It's like all that long leverage got flushed. So much leverage. Yep, Patriots win again. Thank you. Yeah, you're really an idiot. SEC regulation has nothing to do with Binance. The SEC can't regulate Binance. Binance isn't in the United States. More of an idiot. Yes, I interpreted you right, Dada. Holding strong. I got you. Oh. Yep, there was a lot of liquidity all the way down to 103. They had to manipulate to take them out. That's it. Exactly. Yeah, the Robinhood one is it's just Robinhood has always been bad. At every high volume instant, Robinhood cannot keep up. Their platform cannot keep up, which is just bad. It's not like Binance's, where Binance was purposely throttling the purchase of crypto. We're all going to make it, sunshine. I know, right? Woo. Many cryptos have not reclaimed their all-time highs. A lot because they've just unlocked so many more tokens and there's so much more circulating supply. So you have to look at market cap. That's been a lot of it. And then some of it was like Doge, which was totally overhyped in 2021. And I've spent way too much time talking about that. I felt way worse when Doge dropped to 14 cents last summer. Really? Oh. Yep. Not that easy. No pain, no gain. Yep, right. The stinky one no longer stinks. Everything's coming back up. Yeah, the whole Doge One post thing is dumb. It's a Starship test that SpaceX is doing tomorrow. It has nothing to do with Dogecoin. Dumb. It has nothing to do with Doge One. Even Tesla Model Doge, whatever he goes by, right? Just posting dumb shit. It's just like, don't do that. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. We're back. We're back. Oh. DJ Matt, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're bullish, Con? Me too. I'm bullish. For those coming in, if you want to know what I uncovered, just scroll back to the first 10 minutes of the live stream and you'll see why I'm bullish, what I was talking about. Because I went through a whole series of things that happened. You know, another day has gone by, more time for people to uncover like what was going on. So check out the first 10 minutes where I covered all of that. Not selling, but taking the rest of my stuff off chain. Yep. That's what I say. Never sell on a red candle. The way we've recovered, bullish. It's almost a full V. It's almost a full V shape. Once we get back to 22 cents on Doge, I'm good. Coming back up. Yep. I didn't freak out, Yeely. I was here. We were all living this together. Charlotte, I couldn't sleep after Friday's live stream. Looked like a zombie the following day. I get it. Hey, Handy Dan, thanks for the super chat. I always heard crypto was volatile, but not that bad. Well, we experienced it. And this was the worst ever. Now, percentage-wise, I think the March 2020 COVID dump was bigger percentage-wise on Bitcoin and many of the large caps, but not leverage-wise. There wasn't anywhere near the amount of leverage being traded then as there is now, which is obviously why Binance wanted to dump it. So, yep. And of course, none of us lost unless we sold, right? We just rode through. Many of you took advantage of buying some on a low price. Some of you didn't have your orders fill. I get that. But then eventually they did. You tried at like 10, 11 cents, eventually got 14-cent Doge. Well, still, you're still up 50% on that 14-cent Doge, because Doge is now at 21 cents. So I don't have a Discord. Don't have a Discord, Olak. I'm only here and on X. I don't have Instagram. I don't have WhatsApp. I don't do any of that. I stay away. If people would stop leverage trading, then we might not have crazy drops. Well, Sunshine, I'm sure people are loading up again, especially those that lost a lot and they're trying to gain it all back by leverage trading, revenge leverage trading, right? You bought your average down by 2 cents. Nice. Hey, Witty, how are you? Never did leverage trading on any of my crypto. Such a gamble. Exactly. Another lesson. Another lesson learned. Don't leverage trade. Unless you've got the inside scoop like somebody did on that short, right? That huge short. Should have stayed with bonds. Another reason also, right, to not leave your coins on exchanges, because the exchanges then use those coins to manipulate the price. Yes, they do. The trade war's not over. Well, I don't know. I'm looking at this, and it's like Trump says, hey, don't worry about China. It'll all be fine. No problem. No problem. Aussie, how are you? First time I've ever seen Binance come out and say they're going to compensate those who affected. No, they don't feel guilty at all. They don't feel guilty at all. Because they saved themselves $9 billion by paying out $300 million. They still saved $9 billion. No, they don't feel guilty. No. Patriots, yes! Another win today. There were a record amount of ropes being sold at Harvard. You know, that's true. Not only when Robinhood froze, couldn't you buy, but you also couldn't sell. So that maybe saved some people, right? Can you imagine selling Doge at 11 cents? Can you imagine that? You panic sold Doge at 11 cents. Oh. Glad I didn't panic sell. Tempting. Something big on Columbus Day. Yes, indeed, Adam. We have no idea what it is. No idea. Right. And if you're going to panic sell every drop when the crypto world isn't for you. I know a lot of people were feeling bearish, and there was a lot of bearish sentiment already building up in the market. So the drop Friday just triggered some people to sell, helping with the cascading of liquidations and price. On Friday, I moved all my Doge off the exchange. Those I bought in the last few months, just in case. FTX, PTSD, yeah. Exactly. You watched the live stream on Saturday? Pretty entertaining to listen, knowing what was going to happen. Wow. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, panic bought. Yeah, I don't know what the Doge Day thing is tomorrow. I don't know. The stock should be okay, Rowan. The stock should be okay. Yep, totally Binance. Aussie, it's Monday here, so I'll let you know what Mario said. Thank you, Aussie, of course. Happy Monday to you. He's from the future. Seriously considering moving from Robinhood? Yeah. I heard Coinbase was going through fine. Yep. Just another day in crypto. Demo. Just another day in crypto. Pengu is up. Bonk is up. Recovery still lower than where it was before the big drop happened, but the only one that's up higher is, of course, you guessed it, BNB. Of course, BNB is up higher than where the dump started because CZ is pumping the crap out of it. So BNB is higher now than the price when the dump started. I think it's probably the only one. Bitcoin is still way below where the pump started. ETH still below where the pump started. And of course, Doge as well, below where the pump started. But not BNB. Nope, BNB's higher. I wonder why. I wonder why. Such manipulation. Yep, had all my money out, couldn't buy, limit orders, canceled. You know, if the Vine thing does happen, Clint, on X, if Elon really starts the whole Vine thing again, everybody holding that token is going to do well. Kilmar, you got some 14-cent Dogecoin on Robinhood? Awesome. Will there be any lawsuits against Binance? It'll be interesting. If there's an individual who's a big heavy whale who lost significant money but still has, a large bank account, maybe. Hard to prove, though. It's hard to prove. It's a little sketchy. Double down at 18.3. We've got a lot of work to do. Yep. Unless you're in BNB, which is almost back to a new all-time high. The market reset is like a fresh start. Doge to the moon. Yep, JSK. Recovery is faster. Are we still going to have an October? I believe so, Yuli. I like the people in the comments on my video yesterday saying, "Oh, Kriss, you're wrong." And I'm like, it's October 11th. Let's let the month play out. Stickman, you're thinking about yeah, it's not that. Trump asked the Pentagon to go find some money to keep the troops paid. It wasn't anything related to crypto markets. But hey, sometimes you never know. I was one of the lucky ones. I dropped my average price by 10 cents. Waddle, good job. We're coming back. Yep. I don't think any action is going to be taken. Well, CZ is clear of Binance. So CZ can pump BNB all he wants. There's nothing illegal about that. But what Binance did, whew. I have no idea what tomorrow's Doge news is going to be. My guess, which I posted on X, is it's going to be some stupid advertising thing for BitOrigin, because I'm just cynical like that. Also, because Mario Nawfal has been paid by BitOrigin to post puff pieces for BitOrigin. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. The analyst Kevin told all his members to place a stop loss at 16.5 cents. That's dumb. Every time someone has asked me, do I trade with stop losses? What do I say? I say no. Because then you could get triggered on a dip like that, which sells your coins, and then the price goes back up and you're out of your coins. Dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. Wow. I didn't know he had done that. Yep, it was Binance after all. Meanwhile, boomers were panicking because the S&P 500 went down 2.5%. Doge went down 60%. Yep. Yeah, I don't do TikTok. No. Joseph, you got some at 17. Chaos Boy got 18. Hans, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Mike, thank you. You like the new profile pic? Yep. It was time. It was time. Oh, another ping. More shorts. Yep, had to update the profile pic. It was just one of those things that I hadn't gotten to before. And in the background, right behind my head, is the Venetian. So that picture was taken in Las Vegas at the Venetian. Hey, Pex Cat in the house. You still holding on to your pop cat? You didn't get flushed out, did you? You weren't trading leverage, were you, Cat? No leverage? Good. Pex Cat says he wasn't trading with any leverage. Oh. You hit the buy button at 11 cents like 100 times. Oh, man. Oh, I know. Trump says it'll all be fine. But yet, if they did this also, Ben Cowan could say he was right. I love it. Yeah, you know what happened to Bitcoin dominance, right, Con? It's back under 60%. Bitcoin dominance just tanking now to 59.5. It's actually Bitcoin dominance is exactly back to where it was Friday afternoon. Look at that. Bitcoin dominance came all the way back. That one reset too. Look at that. So in my opinion, Bitcoin dominance, all of this never happened. It's like it never happened. It's all the way back down to where it was. Wow. I don't think that's what Ben Cowan intended. Yeah, we're going to go up, Boss Mac, in my opinion. Now it's going to be choppy along the way, just like crypto always is. But, yeah. The Binance drama has exposed who they are. Yup. I wouldn't pass Binance to have shady insiders. Yup. Binance basically said, we don't want to honor all those leverages, reset time, and they get away with it. Yes. Yes. Will we get back to 36 cents, Miguel? I don't know. Do I expect that? I mean, we reset at a lower price, so it's going to be harder. I can't say anything more than that. VP is a mess. Our fan, thank you for the super chat. You're feeling bullish during the crash. That shows you how long I've been in this game. Never leverage, only own. Great words of wisdom, my friend. Never leverage, only own. I love that. I love that. And this is what we were talking about on Friday during the live stream as well. Flushing out all that leverage while it was happening because it was incredible. Never trusting Binance with my money. Agreed. Something big on Columbus Day. I think it's not going to be really as big as Mario was making it out to be. Couldn't buy on Kraken. Yeah, there was definitely a test of the systems with high volume. That's for sure. Hey, DB, what's up? Yeah, everything's well here. You got some Aptos at a steal stains. Yep, some people were buying SWE as well, under $1. Cardano down at like 30 cents, 40 cents. It was like, wow. We can be Kriss trade insiders and know all the moves beforehand. Kriss should start an exchange. Oh, no. Hey, yeah, that's true. Okay, Bitcoin dominance hit 60% again. We're good now. Now alt season can start. Let's go. You're just an idiot. Whoever you are too, you're just an idiot. If you stay on this channel with that name and that picture, I will boot you as well. I'll just do it. It's just dumb. We don't do that here. K-Dub got Doge at how did you get 10-cent Doge? On what exchange? Because nobody else was able to buy. Well, that's Doge, and that is exactly the point right there. How come on Coinbase, Doge only went down to 15 cents and Binance went down to 9? Why is that? Because nobody could buy the frickin' coin on Binance. That's why. Remember? Binance. Due to heavy market activity, our systems are under high load. Some users may experience intermittent delays. No, they throttled the buy button. You couldn't buy on Binance. So what was happening is people on Coinbase were able to buy. So they kept the price up on Coinbase. But Binance, the price kept going down because nobody could buy. The buy button didn't work. That's why. Total manipulation. Where did you hear about the Doge announcement tomorrow? You got to follow me on X, Sean. You got to follow me. I'm at KrissPax here on X. Got to follow me. This right here, Mario Nawfal. He's one of the biggest accounts on all of the X platform. And he posted, something big is coming Monday that could shake up the Doge world and all of crypto. Stay tuned. That's a pretty bold statement. Pretty bold statement right there. And of course, it's a picture of a Dogecoin coin, so it's Doge, right? Pretty bold. We're waiting to hear what it is. The pings are on CoinGlass. CoinGlass. Watching the liquidations. Oh, this morning there was a ETH $7 million ETH short. It was Binance and Barron Trump together. That's why Trump excused CZ. Oh, God. Let's just put both together, right? One big conspiracy theory. Wow. An Elon tweet would be handy right now. Justin, you got some Doge at 14 and 11. Yeah, Coinbase wasn't in on it, Goose. I don't think Coinbase was in on it. Hopium Face bought some fart coin. Good luck with it. If Elon releases X payments and Doge is on there, we're going to Mars. That would be huge. And then everybody who bought on the dip on Friday is like, welcome to crypto. Because you did the right thing. You bought on the big red candle, like Kriss has been saying, right? Buy on the big red candle. William working today, pulling a 16-hour day. Wow. Do you still have inside information you're holding on to for Doge OS? It's really just what the platform is going to look like on the new MyDoge wallet. That's all I saw. The next version of MyDoge wallet. It's not a big deal. It's not like big insider information. Thank you, Clint. Trying to keep it real here. Yeah. We're going to ignore the wick to the downside. Exactly, Con, because I can do that. Totally manipulated. Freaking everybody out. Spot is the way. Mario is the only one insinuating that tomorrow will be big for Doge. If it were truly a big announcement, I think there would be rumblings from, yeah, I know, right? Which is why I think, as Charlotte says, it's going to be a big nothing burger. True. I think it's going to be some stupid BitOrigin thing because they pay Mario to pump their company for some reason. Yeah. And no, I'm not starting a meme coin. Yeah, there's a few of them, but I'm giving them one more chance. Lee Harvey Oswald. Dogecoin, $9. Yeah, that's a bit up there. That's a bit up there. Start of the bull run. Bitcoin dominance hit 60%. Sure, let's go. Yeah, we talked about Adam going all the way down on Binance. There was nobody could buy it, and there was no liquidity, and it just went all the way down pretty much to zero. Pretty much to zero. So, BTOG Reverse split? Nope, because there'd be news about it before that happened. They have to actually file for it, and you would have heard about the filing. So it won't be that. Did I create a Dogecoin wallet? I have lots of Doge wallets. I have one on MyDoge. It's important to be skeptical of everything. Yep. That's true. Like I said earlier, right? It's crypto. It's a crypto market, totally unregulated. You got to know what you're getting yourself into. Some people get lucky, they time it right. But this kind of price action freaks people out. And actually it wasn't bad compared to, well, for a lot of alts, it was really bad. But for Bitcoin, it wasn't bad at all compared to other pullbacks that it's had during bull markets that were much, much worse. So, yep. I'll have a large McDoge combo. I had faith we would recover. I did too. I don't know how to do EVM wallets, Adam. I don't do EVM wallets. Jay, if you're asking if you should keep, your crypto isn't for you. Seriously, you shouldn't ask that question. A lot of people had issues with buying on Robinhood. Yep. Oh, now they're going to drop the price and take out new leverage long trades. Ah. Yep. Now they're taking out some new traders who just put in leverage longs, and they're taking them out. Look at that. Every green one on here is a leveraged long trade getting liquidated. So now they're dumping the price because a bunch of people just put in trades right in here, right? Leverage long trades to ride the wave up, and now they're taking them out, liquidating them. That's what's happening now. Even Fartcoin. They're going after Fartcoin at 44 cents. Ah! Total manipulation. No dry powder left. All in. Couldn't make a video on this morning. Was busy. Was busy. Did I create the MyDoge wallet? No. I have nothing to do with the Doge OS and MyDoge team. I know them. I've met them, but that wasn't me. We now need this to pump via spot. Well, unfortunately, Con, they're all coming in with new leverage trades. And so they're going to take them out because they can. Because they can. See if we can see it. It won't be on Bitcoin. It'll be on other alts like Doge. Yeah, see the wick came down on Doge right there? Look where that wick came down to. Took out that leverage trade. Right there. $6 million on Doge. The gamblers are back. They're just... So all this move up took out a bunch of shorts, millions of dollars, and then they wick it down and take out that long. God. Crazy. Totally manipulated. So that's what we're fighting against right there. Here's the shorts. Price pumps up, takes out all those shorts, and then they dump it to take out longs. Again. Never use leverage. The cold wallet I use, Lungy, is this one, Ledger. And I have a link in the description below if you want to check out the Ledger yourself. This is the Nano S Plus, which is the least expensive one. That's all you need. Some people like the X or the Stacks, the more expensive ones, especially the Stacks because it's easier to use. But Nano S Plus, if you just follow the directions, works fine. So I do have a link in the description below if you want to use my link if you're going to make a purchase of a leverage crypto hardware wallet. Highly recommended. You would think by now people would have learned not to leverage trade. Nope. They just came right back in with millions of dollars. This is like revenge trading here, like I said earlier. This is people who lost on the big drop. Now they're going to revenge trade, and they're going to get wiped too. Oh. Yeah, we still have over half of October to go. People are giving me shit. Oh. You do realize this was an historic drop in price, right? Nobody predicted this. Nobody predicted it. And if you look at the beginning of my live stream on Friday, the beginning of my live stream, before we even had the huge drop, I was showing you that even like at 9 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning, everybody on crypto YouTube or crypto X, crypto Twitter, were all calling for bulls, big arrows up. Everything was up. Nobody predicted that kind of drop on Friday. It was historic. So people are giving me shit for not predicting that. Come on. Nobody predicted it. Hey, good morning, Anthony. How are you? Are we booming? No, but we're cautiously moving back up, resetting. It's a war on leverage. The leverage traders will never learn. It's all manipulated, always has been. Now, if there's enough FOMO and enough traders come in, right, they can overcome the market makers. We've seen that before. They can overcome the market makers who are trying to move it the other direction. That can happen. Does anybody win? There are winners out there. They wouldn't keep doing it if they don't win sometimes, right? Remove your stop losses. Yes, man. Biggest market manipulated flash crash in crypto history, and leverage traders are at it again immediately. Yep. Oh. You saw a video of a crypto kid. He lost millions. I don't understand why. I mean, if you've got $1 million crypto portfolio, why would you have it all in leverage? Seriously, why would you leverage trade multi-million-dollar crypto portfolio? This is greed, I guess, right? Greed. The big companies that allow leverage trading are big enough that they can take risk, absorb some losses, but they make money by winning more than they lose. Yep, that's why they do it. It's like a casino. Exactly. Why does a casino allow you to gamble? Right? Because they're going to make more money over time than they lose. There will be some winners, right? Just like in retail trading, there will be some winners. But on the leverage trading, the exchanges wouldn't allow you to do it unless they win. I saw the Tangent Ring wallet, lunatic, in Las Vegas at the Bitcoin conference I went to in May. And I talked to the Tangent people about it. It's pretty cool. I don't like that Tangent, you basically don't have a seed phrase. You don't have a seed phrase. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know about that. People swear by the Tangents. They think they're awesome. But I'm like, no, I want my seed phrase. Thank you. I'll stick with Ledger. The pro gamblers will never give up. Yep. No leverage trading on your Australian exchange. Now, yes, the stock market back in October 1987, S&P went down 22%. Yep. Dogecoin went down 60% on Friday. 60. Not even the Pax cat. Nope. He did not predict it either. And what's your problem, 1K Productions? I did say it could drop again. I did say that. I said it right near the beginning. You weren't here. So don't tell me I forgot to mention something when actually I did. And I told you exactly what price to look for on Bitcoin. So before you say that, you should hear the whole thing. Idiots. Trump said tariffs for China are still on. What the heck? This is why I mentioned on your video, everyone was saying bull, bull, and I was very skeptical about it because we had to pay attention to what was not being said. True. But all that leverage, yeah. Futures market's going to open, and Trump just said something stupid about China tariffs. It's like, why? Why do we have to do that? Trump says China tariffs are still the plan for November 1st. Awesome. Awesome. As Kook says, what WTF is wrong with this guy? Oh, maybe Barron just opened up a new short. Barron opened up a new short. Down the market's going in. They'll take away the buy button to protect the trader, but won't do a thing about leverage. Oh, that's any gambler, William. Any gambler will only tell you how much they win. Now, some of them have been honest over the weekend and talked about their losses in the crypto market. I don't know any shorting platforms, Shion. And even if I did know it, I wouldn't tell you. But I really don't, because I don't do that. Yeah, I heard. And Charlotte said it earlier, that somebody took his life. Yep. But hey, you know what? He was gambling. Gambling addiction is real, and he gambled and he lost. It's not the first time that's happened. Nope, it is true, Maramello. It is true. In his Lamborghini, of all places. Yes, crypto is, well, crypto itself isn't a casino. Leverage trading, That's the casino. Buying and selling crypto isn't any different than buying and selling stocks. It's just a little more volatile and it's manipulated. But as long as you know that, it's not the same as leverage trading. That leverage trading is the casino. You'll stick with casino, Charlotte? No leverage trading, but casinos. Ah! You were holding on, but cramping or crapping? Christoph, you were crapping yourself? Is it a smelly one? Oh. The video of the S&P 500 drop. Yeah. They're all the same person, Nick? Well, when they come back, they're booted. If they come back under those names. I've already warned them. Tomorrow we're going to see red. Yeah, I was thinking green, but now that we see this stupid thing, that's just dumb. That's dumb. Is Trump bipolar? Is he bipolar? Barron is making mint. Oh, yeah, he's shorting the market again. Oh. Yeah, we're blaming Barron. TV. Barron is now officially the youngest crypto billionaire. Do you mean World Liberty Finance, Hunid? WLFI? I wouldn't touch that shit. It's got Trump's name all over it. Not touching it. As bad as the crash was, the tariff stuff in January felt a lot worse. I know, right? I know. They're gamblers, Adam. That's why they leverage trade. They're gamblers. Just buying and holding, not risky enough for them. No, I wouldn't say that. Trading futures versus just buying and selling crypto is not the same. Red or black, exactly. Danny. No farting in the casino. I know, flip-flopping web, isn't he? I like the idea of the tariffs, but ever since March, it has just been terrible execution. Just put the tariffs on and leave it alone. And all the markets would be so much higher. How much XRP? About 1,250 XRP tokens. Yeah, about 1,250. Oh, and then there'll be a 90-day pause. Exactly, DC. Hey, D community. Thanks for being a member. I don't know why you got the special green box around your comment, but appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I thought, Crystal. More buying opportunities. Here we go. If you didn't catch the dip this morning down at 18 cents, well, we could be back down there. Chris never said it was going to go down. Well, it could. I have no idea what's going on with my Doge miner. Adam. I have no idea. I emailed them or texted them and I haven't got a response back yet. So not happy. Not a good look for ElphaPex. The guy who's like actually like trying to help them promote their product. That's bad. There's a reason they call us degens. Don't smoke near the fart. Is there a recovery 23-24? Or fun? I don't take anything for granted anymore. There's nothing on the charts that's going to tell you whether it's going to drop to 17 cents or go up to 23. It could do either. At this point, it's so manipulated. If anybody tells you they know exactly, they're lying. Nobody has a clue. With Dogecoin, if we get a parabolic run, it's probably the wild card. Matt, yes. Yes, that guy. I wasn't trading during the biggest dip because I bought too soon. I bought up here. This first red candle came down, and that's where I bought, right there. Because I thought, hey, if it drops below 22 cents, that's a dip, I'm buying. And I did that live, and I bought right there. That's the way it goes. But I bought. And then it dumped. That is the way it goes. But hey, in the long run, I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm not upset about it. I'm going to make money on that Doge too. Hopefully use it to buy things when Doge is a higher price. Making money. Making money. I know, really bad a look when one of your best promoters doesn't get his miner on time. I know, DB. I don't know what's wrong. I bought the first dip, and then the flash crash happened. I was following the TA, right? And it said 22 cents is the bottom, and it went to 21.90. I was like, I'm buying now, 21.90. Could be customs, could be something that could be delaying it. Yeah. Well, Justin, I had no buying power. So I went to my bank, right? And I did it live, transferred over what, $2,000. And I just spent it right then. The futures market, now that there's this new China tariff thing is still on, is probably going to be red. Yeah, Mekon, we talked about that earlier. Elon, it's a Starship test launch. It's not going to have a Dogecoin on it. It would be very hard to believe that SpaceX is doing anything directly related to Dogecoin. I mean, it's Elon, right? Who knows? Maybe there'll be big Dogecoin logo like painted on the side of it or something. I don't know. I tried buying at 9, 12, 14, and 18 multiple times. Denied. Yeah, I don't know how some people had their Robinhood orders going through and some didn't. Yeah, Nick, I'll see what those are. So in the futures market, it's still showing that it's sitting at the close from Friday. So it's significantly lower and will gap up, maybe then dumping back. Microsoft used to have some Dogecoin related thing years ago, but it was kind of some weird way you had to go about actually using it. I don't remember what it was. I never did it. It wasn't like they were actually directly accepting Dogecoin. But X, I mean, Elon could, outside of what's needed as a money transmitter license, do something with Doge separately. Because he could actually say that creator, the creator payouts could be paid in Doge. He doesn't need to be a money transmitter to do that. So who knows? On Kraken, my purchase was instant. Transferring cash into Kraken took a few minutes. Yeah, someone else said they couldn't buy on Kraken. So you got 14.6 Doge. You were able to buy Bitcoin and Avalanche, but you couldn't buy Doge. So it was something about the Doge volatility, volume, or whatever, that didn't go through. You're Raphael, known as Jeremiah Bear. Okay. Lions pregame. Oh, they're playing tonight, right? Against the Chiefs. Should be a good game. Yeah, Casper, I don't think it's going to be a huge thing. I'm skeptical. I mean, you hype something like that, I'm skeptical. Remember LeBron James's big announcement last week that he was going to make, right? Huge announcement, decision 2, and end up being a Hennessy ad. He's like representing Hennessy. That was it. It was like, what? It's something like that. It's going to be dumb. Hey, Lolo X, when you talk about Dogecoin, don't call them shares, call them coins, all right? So you got 5,500 coins at 19 cents on Robinhood. It sounds better. Shares are stocks. We just leave that for the stock, trading. We're Dogecoin. We call them coins. My order filled at 13 cents, 1,650 was all you're able to put at the time. Exactly. SpaceX Starship Test Flight 11, 6:30 Central. So that'll be 7:30 East Coast time. Too late for my live stream. Who knows? Maybe if there's nothing going on, I'll do a second live stream. Right? I'll do a second live stream for the flight test. Well, I don't know, Byron, what's happening. I have no idea. $80, Gene? Dogecoin's not going to $80. It's not even going to $8. Come on. Oh, those are just stories, Christian. Barron making 150 million. They don't know. That's the one thing about crypto. It's anonymous. You see a big new wallet. You don't know who owns it. Could be a Binance insider. Who knows? It's fun, all the stories being talked about Barron. I think it's just a joke. Just a joke. You posted something on the community, Duchess? Ping. Ping. For those that don't know, you can go to on the YouTube app on your phone, you can go to my channel, my KrissPax channel, and you can go and you can push this little button that says view community or visit community. And then, oh, Forks is here hanging out. Oh, cool. Hanging out with your dog. I love it. Get a like for that. It's your pasta salad coin. It's a pasta salad coin. I love it. Oh, that's good. Very good. Oh. Ah, all good. I swapped all my Bitcoin for half Doge and Chainlink this morning. Hey, if we have alt season, right, Harold? If we have the true alt season, you're going to make a lot more money off of Doge and Chainlink than you will Bitcoin. Typo. $1.80. Yeah, I'm still like $1.80 is still a dream, okay? Let's get to 80 cents first before we start talking $1.80. I never really liked LeBron. He always claims he's the king, self-praising. Yeah. I get it. Good night, RR. Smash the like button, everybody. Appreciate it. Dogecoin, you can buy a pizza. You can buy lots of things with Doge. Most of it is through BitPay. I like that the Williamsburg Pizza actually has a Dogecoin specific terminal, and it is a true wallet-to-wallet Dogecoin transfer, and it's not going through some third party. That I like. You think Tether is the ticking time bomb? We've talked about that before. I tend to think Tether's pretty good, and I don't think it's going to depeg or if it gets audited that they don't have the funds backing up their token. I believe they have it, so I'm not worried about Tether. People have always talked about that being like the next big black swan event, but I don't think so. Yeah, well, that's the difference, Anthony, because the stock market, New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, right, are here in the United States. And so they are regulated by the United States. Crypto is worldwide. There's no way to do it. Now, they could make it for United States citizens to do that, right? That you would have to have disclosures and all that stuff. But that doesn't stop everybody else from around the world doing whatever the hell they want, like Binance. So, yep. Hey, Vince, how are you? Jason, welcome. Nice recovery. Totally manipulated, though. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You had a limit order to buy some Doge at 15 cents. Olak, 17. If everyone is saying alt season, you're worried. Sometimes it still happens, Anthony. Ping. Before moving everything from Robinhood to Coinbase, would you suggest making the famous KrissPax spreadsheet? You should have a spreadsheet. Yes, you should have a spreadsheet. Because once you move off of Robinhood, then there's no online record left of what you bought. The ping is CoinGlass, coinglass.com. More shorts now getting taken out. Another Doge short just got taken out. Bitcoin, XRP, Fartcoin. Yep, they pulled it down, took out a bunch of new long leverage, and now they're bringing it back up, taking out more shorts. Taking out the shorts. Ping. God, all this leverage. This is all new just today. And it's just taking it out, up and down, up and down. Man. Bitcoin. Big Bitcoin. Looks like Bitcoin's moving up. Yep. Bitcoin. Look at that. Those are big Bitcoin shorts. Bitcoin. The manipulation is strong. Yes, Jason. I haven't heard anyone getting 9-cent Doge. I heard 10. It went down to 9.5 cents in like an instant. I don't think it was down there more than like 20 seconds. I have no idea, Matt, when alt season is going to happen. It's totally out of control, this manipulation. So I was lucky to have cash on the sidelines. I had buying splurge on Doge and H-bar. Awesome, Anthony. Well, Lolo, you remember you're buying in the 4th year of a 4-year cycle. So prices are already up. So if you're buying now, this isn't the get rich time, not anytime soon. Like you buy now and then check back in 4 years later, right? Can you make money if you buy now? Sure. But not the like, I'm going to get rich kind of money. Not buying now. That was 2 years ago and 3 years ago. The bottom of the bear market, 2022, 2023. That was the time to buy to get rich. Are we going to be back there in 2026, 2027? Maybe. Don't know what's going to happen. But that would be the 4-year cycle. Ping, 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 Doge. Yep, those are liquidations. Those were mostly Bitcoin liquidations up here, 115.8, 115.750. US futures just gapped up big. As predicted, right? Well, Yahoo Finance isn't showing the futures yet. They're not showing it yet. CoinGlass was in cahoots with the market maker, so that's why it was down. I believe that. We talked about that on Friday. Exactly. They did not want people to see what was going on liquidations. Totally agree. Mars, you did get in 9s. Ryan's here. Oh, hi. Did the Cowboys lose? Really? How did they lose that game? Wow. How did they lose that game? ES1 is futures trading. Let's see what, oh, there's a gap right there. Yeah, so this chart shows it here. It gapped up to here from there. How much was that gap? 1.8%. But now it's coming down. The cattail pattern loading up. You know the Pax Cat's behind that. Awesome job, Mars. Let's go. Positive catalyst. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. We're waiting. CoinGlass was hacked. Something happened to them, that's for sure. Sue the market makers. CPI on Wednesday. I don't think there's going to be data with the government shutdown. The Panthers beat the Cowboys. You just got liquidated on that move. Sue Lloyd Ostertag, of course. Oh, there was manipulation before, Raiden. It's just more money now because we're in the 4th year of this 4-year cycle. I hope the next 3 years won't be chop. Yeah, I hope so too. I want to see that blow off top just to do it. CPI rescheduled for October 20th. Yeah, because it has to be after October 20th. Because October 20th is the date I predicted the US government shutdown will end. So they're gonna let it go another week. YouTube is hammering with commercials today. Why? The stupid Google. Sorry about that. I have no control over that. Stupid Google. So somebody else says that it's October 24th, reschedule. But that's probably old news, Kriss, you're looking at. The government is shut down. Your Lambo is delayed. YouTube going insane. Sorry about that. Yep, just get premium. You want to pay for premium. Dumping again. Yep, that's what it does. Up and down, up and down. Yeah, still generally up. Not really dumping yet. That's not a dump yet. Still a green candle on the 30-minute. That's not a dump. You're watching on a Roku device. You use Roku, really? Is that any good? We keep things real here. Roasted garlic berry. We keep things real, so. I'm not the coolest guy, but we keep it real, so. Thanks for not being a troll. Trolls in the end usually get booted anyway. You don't want to be booted. Robinhood is trying to get me into leverage hard. I know. They want to make money. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. That whole risk management thing. We're going to manage risk for you. No. I'll manage my own risk. Thank you very much. Stock market opening red. Well, we'll know at 9:30 tomorrow morning. October 15th, they'll miss their paycheck. Yeah, that's on Wednesday, right? But I still think it's going to be closed till the 20th. I'm sticking with my prediction. And I get nothing if I'm right, other than I'll pat myself on the back and say, good job, Kriss. And all of you guys will say, yep, Kriss predicted it. Oh, you love your Roku TV. Really? Huh. Huh. Thank you, Ron. Raiden, thank you for the super chat. Keeping it real. Hey, we got through Friday, didn't we? Somehow we managed to get through Friday. And then Saturday, I, had the video just to look back at what happened. And then if you guys weren't here for the first 10 minutes of this live stream, I updated everyone on the latest news, which revealed, just a little more of what was really going on Friday. So if you haven't seen that, go back to and watch the first 10, 15 minutes of this live stream. And I covered all of that. Keeping it real, of course. It's a 3-day weekend for the banks, John, but not the stock market. But the banks are off. Stupid banks. CDC. I'd be cooler with Tom sunglasses. I can't do that. I can't do that. This was the most painless crash. Well, yeah, that's because you weren't trading with leverage, right? If you had long leverage trades, you would have been wiped out, and that would have been pain. That would have been painful. Yeah, yesterday's video was summed up what was going on pretty well, I thought, at the time. Just today, some more information came out that kind of backed up what I was saying yesterday, or what I thought. And so, yeah, the first 10, 15 minutes of this live stream has the latest on who's to blame. Who's to blame? Dogecoin. So like that. Just Dogecoin. That's all you need. That's all you need. Yeah, we were looking at the Bitcoin weekly and how the wick on the weekly went below the 20-week moving average, but came right back up. So nothing to worry about. It only gets bearish if it drops below the 20-week moving average. So Bitcoin not bearish. There have been some nice recoveries for a lot of different coins, though. But everything is still red for the week, except for BNB. Totally manipulated. BNB. By CZ himself. This is all CZ, making billions of dollars. All CZ. That's probably the only green weekly. Nothing else is green. Everything else is red for the week. Ping, ping. Yeah, everything else is red. It's the only thing that's green for the week on my watch list is BNB. I'm sorry, and Bitcoin dominance. Look at the wick on Bitcoin dominance, up and back down. See, the weekly is going to close below the 60%. Kriss is still right. Kriss is still right. Still taking out shorts. COAI, whatever that is. What is COAI? I don't know what COAI is. It's up 130% today. The Chain Opera AI. What the heck is that? I tell you, every day it's something, right? The Chain Opera AI is up 135% today. And it was up much higher earlier. That's crazy. Wasn't this written in the scriptures on the third day it rose? I shorted BNB. The Trump announcement saved you. Manipulation, up and down. Don't know how true, just saw on X, all Tesla car models accept Dogecoin payments. King Lunatic, I wouldn't believe that. That's people just guessing and dreaming. Guessing and dreaming. No. Especially that last piece. Gappy says we shall run with the bulls. Yeah, don't know how true that is. That's not true at all. Musk increases purchase of Dogecoin by 120 million? No. He would never say that. Yeah, I still think alt season is coming. Yeah, who posted that? DB is correct. King Lunatic, who posted that? Dumb. Yep, another AI token, another day. Exactly, StarCat. 130%. See you, Sunshine? The FUD King. The FUD King. Be careful saying that. See you, Compo? You're up 25% with your Annie. Hey, you got to do something with Annie, right? Oh, yeah, Colin. And still, this market is still iffy. There's no guarantee it's going to V-shape all the way back up. No guarantee of that at all. Tread lightly. Tread lightly. Buy on the dips, because there will still be more dips. There will be more dips. They want to get more leverage. There will be dips. ETH had some big ones too. Didn't drop down enough to get that yellow one though. Interesting. I thought for sure that wick would have come down and gotten that. Yep, I got it for you, Danny. SNX is up. Don't advise touching it. Yeah. Kriss, you think it's going to be an extended cycle into the spring of 26? That's what Raul Paul is saying, right? Following the business cycle. Some business cycle chart he's showing that goes into the spring of 2026. So Maybe. Maybe. Well, pump a lot, that would be awesome. But there's not one exchange that had Dogecoin go to 8 cents. So that is not true. The leverage bros. Oh, Yeely, I never change my monthly predictions. I make the prediction and it stands as what it is. I don't change it. Yeah, what Omar says, it is what it is. It is what it is. I made my prediction. You do realize that Friday was historic, right? Totally manipulated. That's not normal trading. Yes, there's usually all seasons, Matt. Yes. Happens every time, every cycle. Some say maybe we had an early bull. I don't know. This 4th year. Depends on what coin you're looking at, though. Some have hit new all-time highs and some haven't. But and also, again, Matt, also about altcoins. Again, some of them have inflated their token count hugely, like Algorand, and it will never go back to its all-time high because there's 6 times more coins or tokens on the market now than there were in 2021. So, yeah. Hunted, we don't know what alt season is going to do. It's like there's no way to tell. I made my predictions. We'll see whether they come through or not. But we have recovered some ground. Yes, we have done that. The FTX drop was less than $1 billion in liquidations. Luna had more, about 1.2, 1.3, and COVID had about 1.5. This was $19 billion. It's not even close. It's not even close. That's why it's historic. It's 19 billion. Ugh. Friday might have started a domino effect, or it was just a one-time thing. We don't know. You bought at 12 cents. You sold half at 16 cents. The other half is average of 8. That doesn't make sense at all. Unless you had older coins that you bought lower. It just sounded dumb. Yeah, I don't even look at stuff outside the top 100. Like every once in a while, something is like going crazy. I might take a look at it, but I don't spend any time looking at stuff outside of the top 100. Now the worry. How can we trust the brokerages if we can't buy or sell? And how can we move our funds right now? Yeah, the volatility's over, Omar. That was Friday. That was all done on Friday afternoon. Now it's back to normal. All right? Back to normal. I know, insane numbers. Black Friday or Blue Monday, one Doge will always be one Doge. Thank you, Raiden. Bring us back to ground, right? One Doge equals one Doge. If within the next 3 days we close at 32 cents, expect an explosion you've never witnessed. Oh, I'll be ready for that. Of course, you do realize I witnessed April 2021 with Dogecoin. It's hard to beat that. Oh, and before that, of course, it was the end of January 2021, which was even more of an explosion. I mean, Dogecoin did go up 800% in about 24 hours. 800%. So I witnessed that. We're not doing that. I can tell you that. I think we're just going to be chopping around, Dan, in the next 24 hours. Chopping. We could have hope if Trump finds a peace trade deal. I don't know. Just going back and forth. Taco Tuesday. The Bitcoin chart, Duchess, sure. 115.3. It's just, I mean, it's still bullish. Oh, look, it's making a cup. Oh, look at that. We might end up with a big cup and handle on this. Look at this. It's going to go, woo. Wonder if we see that. Is that going to play out? Bitcoin chart? We're going to see a complete cup and handle? Of course, it had a little leak right here. Right? There was just a little leak. But, you know, yeah, you just disregard that, right? That didn't happen. It's this beautiful cup. That would be awesome. Hey, if Bitcoin's up at $121,000 tomorrow, that would be awesome. You were there back then, 2021? I know. Crazy. Crazy. I know. May. What date was that? It was after May 8th. I remember that. Maybe it was a week later, like the middle of May. Dumped the markets. I mean, the people on Reddit were like, I mean, they were literally ready to kill Elon Musk. I mean, seriously. They wanted to take his life for him crashing the market. That was bad. If you were to copy and paste that 800% Kriss onto the chart, 800%. What do you think, Cat? The Pax Cat is back. The Pax Cat is back. 800%. $1.80. It's $1.80. That's my target right there. That was my target. End of the bull cycle. I kind of think that's not going to happen now. There it is right there, $1.80. I had no idea that that's really what my chart showed. That's it. 800%. But it did it in a day. Straight up. Thunk. Straight up. Now it doesn't know what to do. Bitcoin's still going up, though. A cup, yes. A cup. Bands. They don't steal your coins. First, okay, they're tokens, not coins. Second, they don't steal them. You gamble with them. And if you gambled with them, sometimes you lose. The whiplash incoming. Cup pow. Taco pattern. Yeah, why can't we have a white swan event? I know. Hey, maybe tomorrow with Doge. The big Doge white swan event. Oh, the new moon, old moon, full moon, half moon. Just saying. Hey, you're using my expression. Just saying. Looks like a teacup. Moon. I think this crash might have been good for us spot holders before the bull. Imagine the dips that would have happened if all those longs took profit. True, except a lot of new longs are now being made. They're revenge trading. So there will still be a lot. $1.80 cannot be the top? Yeah, it can. $1.80, and you will not hear back from me. Yeah, that's because people are going to be selling before it gets to $1. I know, PaxCat all of a sudden shows up. It's a sign. The cat. Hey, if inflation is bad enough, Doge will go to $10. So there, yes. If inflation is bad enough, we will see $10 Doge. Dogecoin. Doge doesn't want to wake up. It's up 12% today. What do you want? It's up 12% today. FTX was not a lot of leverage, right? But on market cap, big drop. Do you have any idea how good your voice is to put someone to sleep? Hey, whatever it takes, right? A coffee mug. The cup and handle is a coffee mug. You promise? Life-changing for some. Sell at 98 cents, buy back in at 48. Yep, it'll do something crazy like that. In April 2021, Doge went from like 8 cents to 42 cents and dropped all the way back down to like 16 cents. From 42 all the way to 16 before going crazy and going higher. Everyone search Dogecoin. The Pax Cat. Yeah, he's all right. Architectural history. You know, I could do that. I could do that. Yep, that's the play. I believe it. And Patterson, you just have to go back to the beginning of the live stream, and the first 10 or 15 minutes was my recap, okay? That first 10 to 15 minutes, that's what you need to watch. I did a pretty good job covering it there. You need Doge to go crazy. You see, we talk about needs versus wants, right? Needs versus wants. Didn't you learn that when you were in elementary school? Needs versus wants. Need Doge to go crazy. Could the government not let alt season happen? No. The government doesn't care about alt season. Only we care about alt season. There were a lot of people calling for 1 cent Doge, but there were more people calling for $1 Doge. So there's that. We'll see how it goes. Yes. It does this all the time, Rico. There's a big drop and then it goes higher. Yes. It happens. That's crypto. It's volatile. If I send all my Robinhood crypto to my Coinbase wallet, how hard will it be to get the IRS to believe my average cost was higher than the price at the time of sending it? You just fill out your taxes on what you know and make sure you have receipts in case you get audited. That's it. You just need proof written down somewhere of what you actually did in case you get audited. The IRS is not going to know, and they're not going to look into what price you bought at and what price you sold at unless something on your return looks fishy and they decide to audit you. That's when you need a spreadsheet. You need some way of proving then if that happens. That's all. Exactly, Mal. Exchanges don't glitch when it's time to liquidate you, but they do when you want to buy the lows. Yeah. Needs versus wants. Yes. What? What are you doing? Causing trouble. You want $1, right? You don't need 17. When we on Friday, you can watch it live. It's an hour and 49 minutes into my Friday live stream. You can watch exactly my reaction. I was just dumbfounded. I was absolutely just in disbelief what was happening. I wasn't thinking about, did I expect it to go up or keep dropping? But you can watch my reaction. It's there. An hour and 49 minutes into the Friday live stream. Which, actually, when you look at it, right? When you look at it, it was called the Dogecoin Friday Dump right there. The Dogecoin Friday Dump. And little did I realize when I titled that how much of a dump it was going to be. Because at the time, when we started the live stream, Dogecoin wasn't down that much. But yeah, you can see exactly about an hour and 40 minutes in to that live stream what happened. It's there. Right, Doge needs a major catalyst. Maybe we'll get one tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Doge will have a hard time getting to $1, Olak. Now, once it passes $1, it could go up fast. That's up to you to decide how much you hate Robinhood. If it flashes up and they don't let you sell, if it's huge volume like we had on Friday, yes, it's going to be hard to sell. There are some people already moving their coins over to Coinbase from Robinhood. Now, if you want to start an account on Coinbase, I recommend you use my link in the description below here, because use my link, you get a free spin on the Bitcoin wheel, and you get some free Bitcoin. You check that out. Stay away from black market funds. Yeah. And right. And on top of that, don't try and cheat the IRS, but you don't have to prove anything to the IRS. You know what you bought it for. You know what you sold it for. So you know what your profit was. Just put that on your schedule. Just put that on your schedule. Blame Kriss. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Can you share a tweet? Sure. You just can't put it in the chat. So tell me where to go look for it. Who wrote the tweet? Yeah, just you know what your buying price, you know what your selling price is. Just put that on your Schedule D. That's all you need to do. Right, and the ETF on the Doge news wasn't supposed to do much. No, Rico, you weren't listening to me. If you were here listening to me, I said the Rex Osprey ETF is not a big deal, and nothing's going to happen. People were getting all excited about the ETF, and I told you, nothing's going to happen. When do I plan to move my coins? I don't know. We'll see when it starts getting back to we'll see when it starts moving back up. DB, you went back and watched my reaction. At one point, you actually said you were sorry. Oh, God. Did I say that? Yeah, because I kind of knew, right? We were all hurting. Looking at those prices. It's Chris's fault. Rolling Rob, you used my link and you got $25 worth of Bitcoin. Hey, look at that, guys. Use my Coinbase link to open your Coinbase account. Not bad. 25 bucks. Pay your taxes in Doge, if you only could. Your OCT is waiting on 21-cent Doge. We had it earlier. It'll get back there. Trump Media and Technology Group has accumulated approximately $2 billion in Bitcoin and related assets. From Kobe on October 10th. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Well, I mean, okay. Right. Exactly, K-Dub. It was coordinated manipulation. It was not a normal market react. The Trump tariff news just was a trigger. Well, thank you, Kriss. Thanks for the sub, Kriss. Appreciate it. Yeah, Robinhood wouldn't let you sell because it was risk management. Dumb. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the Dogecoin reset, is that it's trying to look like a new higher support, establishing a new higher line for support here, like 20.5 cents. So we'll see if that holds. Patterson Lee. Look what I posted here. F and Binance right there. F and Binance. That's what I posted earlier today. Exactly. Same thing. F and Binance. Oh. You watched it too, Adam? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Am I going to move my crypto? I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about it, Yui. I made a comment. Ben Cowan is now laughing. Yep. That sounds like something I would say. Yep. Or I told you guys. It said $30 Bitcoin, Dada. Hey, it's free crypto. All you have to do is put $100 on there and you get free crypto. It was when Bitcoin dominance was shooting up. Yeah. There's some other good quotes in there too. I don't know what I was saying. It was just, yeah, the ETFs are going to start up again when the government shutdown ends. So give it another week. DZ, during the crash, I called my brother. We were both freaking out trying to buy. He was able to get fills in at 15 and 16. Yours got denied. Oh, man. Some is best. You tried to buy, got rejected. I know, Chris, right? If you got that purchase in at 10 cents and now we're at 20, yep. You have doubled. I take no responsibility for what I said. I take zero responsibility. It was pretty crazy what was going on at the time. I take no responsibility. I hope I didn't offend anybody. All right, guys. Hey, that's where we are today. What a day, huh? So kind of enlightened, some new information. Again, that was at the first 10 minutes, first 15 minutes of this live stream was my take with the latest information about what actually happened on Friday, plus my outlook for where things will go from here. I'll be live again Monday, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, somewhere in there. Make sure you're subscribed. You got your notifications on. I may be starting a little earlier because it's a holiday here in Boston. I don't have to work. So, and then I might actually do a second live stream for the SpaceX launch. So we'll see about that. I hope everyone has a great evening on your Sunday, or for those where it's already Monday, have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.